Hello everybody, I'm back again. Hey, I'm gonna replace some batteries on a truck here. So it's on my Silverado. I got this new body mount, so it kind of sucks, but we'll see how it works. So now I can use two hands, which I always had the problem with. This truck's got two batteries here. It's a diesel, so it's got a battery over here and the battery over there in the corner. Basically, I've been having a hard time starting and stuff. So, and if you look at the date on there, they're from June of 2020, so we're in April of 2025 now, so I think they're dying. They're about ready to go. So I'm not going to charge them, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to replace them, because preventative maintenance is always the best thing. Okay, so basically all you really need for this is a 10 millimeter socket, nut driver, whatever, and wrench. So basically, let me get my thing here set up. Hopefully it's not bouncing around everywhere. So I already loosened these up, but we're going to loosen that one up. We're going to loosen that one up. Pull your positive lead off. Pull your negative lead off. See if I can get this. Sorry. First time trying to use this body mount. Kind of bounces everywhere. I should have got one that goes on your like the helmet ones or the head ones. So yeah. Okay, down. Okay, I got those two off. My 10 millimeter heads for the terminals. If you look down inside here, that nut right there, or that bolt, and that bolt holds the actual battery in. So, just like a little bottom clamp that holds it on. It's a 13 millimeter. Take that. There's my bolt. Put it aside over here. Basically, from there, your battery is just going to kind of pull out. Like that, baby. Bam. Now when you look at your battery, make sure you got the right size. Usually the auto parts places will be okay. This one's a 730 cold crank amps. So I got two new batteries here. 730, and then I got a 750 or 760. So basically the same ones. I'm just gonna take these two off here. Come back over. Put my new one in. What you could do is put some. I bought a little thing of it. Just the stupid grease you put on the terminal post here, and make sure you look inside when you do it. Remember, positive and negative need to be on the right side. So that's the way I had it inside there. I had my negative was on this side and positive on this side. So just look at your terminals there. So get some of this little battery grease. You put it on the posts. Little tab right there. Just put a little bit on the terminals. It's, you know, put a little bit on there. Just kind of just lube it up a little bit. Just helps with the corrosion. These ones were already pretty dirty, so I mean they were already pretty clean before I did this. Okay. So now if I look, yeah, here's the platform. Ooh, look at that treasure. Let's get it all aside here. You know, I didn't think about, I should have told you this before. I don't know if the things are on both sides, but disconnect the leads on the other battery too while you're here. So, just in case you don't short something out on the other side, take your 10 millimeter. Now remember, if you're ever going to do this, pull your positive lead off first. If your positive lead were to ever touch metal while you're doing that, it will spark, so be careful with that. Your negative one's down inside there, so you see that. So for instance, if this was my positive right now and I went like that, there'd be a fireworks show going on. Kind of make you jump a little bit. Yeah, so just do that. Take the leads off. I probably should have done that on the other side first. Okay, we're good. I got my positive off, so yeah. But just disconnect both leads before you take the batteries out. Put my glovos back on those. I don't know if you can kind of see that in there, but yeah, there's the bottom well. So let me get this out of the way. Move the negative like that. So here's my little clamp. So if you look, the bolt that's in the bottom goes into this, and it just kind of holds that in. So we're gonna go like this. Take our battery, make sure it's in the right direction, negative towards me, positive. Set it in there. There we go. Bam. Make sure it just sits inside, and then we're gonna take our bolt and our little bracket here. See? Now we're gonna look for the hole. All right, I just covered it. I don't know if you can kind of see in there or not. There we go, right there. Okay, we're gonna put that bolt back in. Same way you took it out. I recommend always do it by hand first. Or you could do this. Take your socket like this. Wish I had my own videographer. That'd be cool. I can stand there and hold this while I'm working. Oh, there it goes. There you go. Get it all in by hand. There we go. It's going. You can see that. Then I'm putting a ratchet on it. And we'll tighten it up. Alright, I'm going to leave these off for now until I get the batteries on, or the other side. So we're going to pull the other side out over there. So give me a second. Alright, back on this side now. Okay, now if you look here, here's my battery. Best thing to do, just make it easy. You got to pull this off. So you get that same 13 millimeter you had socket. Put it on a shorty this time. Oh, actually, I was tightening it now. Just loosen it. You're going to take out this bolt, that bolt, and that bolt. Now, I thought I'd show you something else better. I picked this up a while back. Milwaukee 12 volt. Freaking cool. Check this out. Oh, that's tightening. Save some time. Remember, work smarter, not harder. Seeing that? Look at that. You know what time I just saved? Hell yeah. Now look, now you can see the battery. Glory, hallelujah. Put those aside. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing I had over here with my 10 millimeter. Okay. I already had it loose, so I'm just gonna wiggle it like that. There we go. I am. Put that up to the side. Now the bolt for the battery mount is down inside. I'm right in here. So I'm gonna get my long extension back on. Let's do this. Check this out, baby. Here we go. Out there. Now the only thing with this thing, the one I bought doesn't have too much torque, so what you gotta do is crack it loose first, and then Shazam. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. Pull my battery now. Now this is the fun part. I'm gonna pull this out. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. Take this back here. It's gonna pull straight out. See? It's my battery. So same thing with this. This is a different battery. I mean, it's the same, a little stronger, but like the one I pulled out, see, they're both 730 cold crank amps, but I think they only had one of those, so there's nothing wrong with putting a 760 cold crank. That just means it a little stronger. So let me get my thing over here. Let's put some more lube on my posts. This one's got the cap on it, so I'll pull it off. Remember, negative, positive. Lube it up, just like that. You want to get the sidewalls because that's where the connection's going to be made mostly. Okay. All right. Let's get the gloves back on. Okay, so now remember when I was looking at the car, my negative was on the back side towards the front firewall, and then the positive was on the side. The way you know is red's always positive. So look at the battery, negative, positive. So it's gonna go in like this. Okay. All right. Let me see if I might be able to keep that. Here's a little tip you can do. Instead of pulling that thing out, leave it loose just enough to where you can like get the battery underneath it. That way you can keep it threaded. Because this thing's in the way, so it's a little hard to see in there. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so battery's gonna go in. Oh, yeah, baby. There we go. So now if you look, my positive's right there. So you can see, you can't really see the clip because I'm trying to look down at the camera and see if you guys can get a good view or not, but not really working too good. Freaking piece of crap. So yeah, anyway, just move it in there and then get it in, and right there, bam. I don't know if you can't see it, but my mount is in place, so it's right there holding the battery in. Okay, and then I'm gonna go over here. We'll do that. Let's get the mount put in first. So I'm just gonna get the hand started. Come on, stupid mount. Yeah, this body mount was a pain in the ass. Well, maybe for what I'm doing right now, because I'm like bending down. So, I mean, yeah, see, you guys are probably getting a crappy view, sorry. Alright, so, where's my nut? Where's the head at? Right there. Oh, man. Oops. Just drop that in there. Nice. Alright. Oh, you bastard. Looks like I'm pulling it back out again. Let's end of the socket fell in there. I'm gonna pause you real quick. Alright. After time and time. Got it back in there. Alright. Oh, that's loosening. Stupid thing. Okay. I'm gonna tighten the battery clip mount back in. There we go. See that? That's what you want. Okay, so now what I can do is I'm gonna plug my negative terminal on. Got my grease on there, all good. Tighten that back up. There we go. Get my positive terminal back on. Ooh, I heard a little bit of bzz, a little click. Means we got some love. There we go. And now I can put my mount back on. So be careful you don't short anything out when you're doing this. As long as you're not, don't drop this plate across the bottom. So what I do is get 2 screws in first, like that. It's only gonna, remember, electricity is only gonna short out when the positive, if metal or whatever touches the positive lead. The negative side's fine. So just be careful. Okay, so that looks good. Got that in place. Oh, let me put the short extension on. Down, man down. Man down. It's okay. Put that in place. Like that. go. This side's on. Now I'm gonna come over here. Okay. You see that okay? There we go. Beautiful. My negative lead, I think I dragged it there over here. So, my negative lead, I'm gonna put that on. It's gonna go down like this. Remember, make sure your positive and your negative terminals are the right ones. So, tighten that up. Alright. And then last but not least, the last guy. Positive. Put that on. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it. We should be good. If you really want to get technical and make sure it works, which it should, because these are brand new batteries, but yeah, you just check your thing on them, your voltage and stuff, make sure your voltage is good. So I'll show you a little trick real quick. Okay, so basically this is my original problem with my batteries were going bad. I'd get in the car after not driving it for a day or two, and it would just slug out and slug out. So basically it would charge once I start driving. I'd have to go jump it with my jumper box and get it going. That's why I determined, you know what, I just need new batteries. But I'll show you a little tip if you ever are wondering how you can check your battery by yourself. So if you have yourself one of these digital multimeters, basically this is a multi one that does all kinds of features. You would put it on voltage DC, okay? Now, if you measure your terminals across from positive to negative, you should be around 12 volts. So I put this one on that one and black on negative. So you're about, if you look at my meter there, you're at 12.52 volts. And that's good. So your batteries are always going to be around 12 volts. So when the vehicle runs, it charges it an extra 2 volts or so higher. And that's what your alternator does. Your alternator basically charges the battery, keeps it going, because your car is using electricity from the battery while you're driving, air conditioning, lights, heater, all that stuff. It needs to use it, so the alternator is what charges it. So when the vehicle is running, you should always see a 2 to 3 volt increase in charging while it's on. So and I'll show you basically. So I'll just kind of do this. So yeah, we're at 12.54 right now. And when I turn it on, you'll see that it'll change. So let's just shove these on like this. Kind of wedge them in there somehow. I want to hurry up and do it. Oh, I didn't get that. Look at that. I didn't loosen that. Wow. Yeah, make sure they're tight. I don't know how that happened. Shit. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. So now we're going to do this. So yeah, we got 12.54 volts. And that's freaking good for a brand new battery. I like that. So we're going to put this on like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what happens when the vehicle turns on and starts running. So right now we're at 12.55 volts DC. Now watch this. Reach in there. Come on, baby. Run over here real quick. See, 12.2 now. 14. So basically, the vehicle is always going to charge 2 volts higher than 12 volts or 3 volts or so. And that's what keeps your battery charging when you're driving. If it was not producing that much voltage, then you got a bad alternator, or there's a problem with the charging system. Basically right now, if you look, I'm at 14.9 volts. So that's just a good way to know, hey, is my alternator bad or my battery bad? So yeah, that's just one way of kind of doing it. He's got it, see, 15, there we go. So this baby's charging good. I'm not going to check the other battery, but I already know it's good. So I know my alternator's good. I just had bad batteries that were charging, but not enough to keep a good charge. So, all right. Well, I hope this video helped everybody out. You know, don't forget to subscribe to Handyman Randall so they can put more videos out and show you guys more stuff. Yeah, like and subscribe. comment if you want to see any other videos of any type, you know, of work, like auto repair, electrical in houses, plumbing, you name it, everything. I can try and kind of accommodate to what people want to request. It'd be nice to build my channel back up. I used to play a lot more, but not anymore. Been busy. So like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good night or good day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.